Hello, welcome back to my channel. I've been gone for a bit because I'm fucking busy and my money's getting drained, but that's besides the point. Hello, big up to Calc. I also, by the way, I'm going to be asked to do the Belgium Liechtenstein game. I refuse to sit down and watch that because who watches Liechtenstein, let's be honest. Well, maybe Doku fans watch Liechtenstein because Doku scored twice and he got an assist, I believe, as well.
He did too.
He got 2 assists even. There you go. Cheers to Jeremy Doku. Doku played poorly against Kazakhstan. I'll just say that first. He played very poorly against Kazakhstan. But okay, I don't care. He played on the right first half, then he played on the left. The fullbacks don't play the way we do at Man City. So I don't care about the international break. What I do care about is Haaland has qualified to the World Cup. Not Norway, just Haaland. So maybe let's start there. 16 goals, more accurately, 32 goals across all competitions in November.
That's crazy, man. This guy is something else. I mean, I'm lost for words sometimes when it comes to Haaland. We're so lucky that we have him. That he chose us and he didn't choose any other team. We have him for 9 more years thanks to that massive contract. So if anybody wants him, they're gonna have to pay a ridiculous amount of money for him. But yeah, he's been carrying us. He carried Norway. It's kind of funny to see the reaction from different fan bases. Certain fan bases they're trying to say it's all Odegaard. I'm like, Odegaard missed a lot of those games, and Odegaard didn't score 16 goals. So you just can't overlook that. And it wasn't like it was against trash teams, too. He had to face Donnarumma twice, and when he scored like 4 or 5 goals on him. So,
by the way, big up to Wim, Belgium to the USA, and also big up to Teal. For some reason, your messages are not showing on my chat thing here. I can see them in YouTube Studio, but I can't see them over here for some reason. But big up to Teal. He says, "Who are you hiding from?" I'm hiding from the mean guys that make me pay bills. That's what I'm hiding from.
Yeah, that's the reality of life. We all got to pay bills. But you also reward yourself. Well, maybe some of those bills, maybe some of that money is also going to your big blue shark.
Hey, man has to have priorities, isn't it?
Nothing wrong with that.
You know what? I already hate being an adult. Can I go back like 10 years?
Oh, it just gets better and better as you get older. Just wait for it, you know.
Hey, I'm not
mortgage payments, tax payments, all that good property tax, health insurance.
No, we don't have property tax here.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, but well, we do. But your residence, your main residence, doesn't get taxed. And I'm not rich enough to have a second home, so I effectively
someday.
We don't
not yet.
Not yet. In the future, I'll be rich, just like Luke. He's the president of Norway. I'll be like the president of, I don't know. I'll be the president of France. Take God's use a good president right now.
Word.
Kelkster, Belgium, USA World Cup game. Oh, well, that's a bit far off, but I think Belgium will win that. No offense.
Yeah, they beat us last time too, despite the heroic efforts of Tim Howard. That was actually the game. That was the game where that was the first time I saw Kevin De Bruyne, and he came on and he absolutely lit USA up, and I was like, "Fuck this guy!" And then he signed for City, and I like the next season or something, and I was just like, "Oh God, not this guy!" But then I was like, "Wait, he's actually really good."
Yeah, Rudy Garcia, by the way, is absolutely taking the piss. Rudy Garcia is our manager, and he's not Belgian. Okay, not Belgian, but he's doing the job. He's selling Belgian fans. Well, he's telling Belgian people you're not a fan of Belgium if you don't support the players, which seems very out of place for someone who's not Belgian to say that. He's singing the anthem, but the problem is he speaks French because he's from France. But Belgian French is not the same as French, because like Belgian French is a lot more like tonal, if you know what I mean. So words are also pronounced differently. They're the same words, but very different pronunciations. So he's singing the anthem, but he's not singing the way the Belgian people would say it. So it just,
Uh-oh.
I mean, he's taking the piss. I can't stand people like that. Like, nobody cares that you're not Belgian. Don't try to force it. It's
Not like we have an American manager.
yeah. I mean, why would you try to force that? It's like, imagine that the USA got like, I don't know, Pep Guardiola as manager. And suddenly he starts coming out with American flags and he starts singing, what is it called? Star Spangled Banner.
Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah. That would be stupid. Like, come on.
I would love to hear him speak Spanish because Spanish or even Catalonian is very different than. Well, I mean, a lot of people speak Spanish in America because we border Mexico, and so there's a lot of Mexican immigrants. So a lot of people speak Spanish. So it'd be funny to hear Pep kind of address Spanish.
Well, Florida was always Spanish. That's why there's so many Spanish people there and Hispanic people, by the way. Because I think a lot of people don't realize this. Miami is historically a Spanish city, a Hispanic city, should I say. And Texas was part of Mexico, wasn't it? For a long time.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think people realize
Arizona,
how
New
much
Mexico.
Spanish is spoken in the south of America. Because
California too.
Yeah, California too. New Mexico, of course, as well. I don't know about Arizona, but
Arizona has a lot of Spanish speakers because, like I said, Arizona has like that's like a prime corridor for people to migrate into the country. So
because it's a bit lax.
Well, it's just massive. It's just like a massive space, and so
but all of the American border is massive.
That is, but. So that gets too political because some presidents like to enforce the border laws and some don't. So you just get a bunch of.
I survived the international break. Let's move on. No, I survived the international break. It's good to be back.
Big away from the political talk.
Big up Vasco. Hey Vasco, how's Brazil doing? Just wondering, how's Brazil doing? Back to Brugge and Man City. Bro, it doesn't matter if they win. It's humiliation the way they play.
Yeah, they're
carried by Estevao. Aye.
Carried by the teenager. Yeah,
Vinny 1-1 to Tunisia.
So is everybody's favorite Rodrigo. The twerking has started again, and I'm just like, why? This guy hasn't scored. And I think it was like 0 out of his last 30 games for club and country. I think that was a stat somebody put in some chat I was in. And then the rebuttal, or maybe it was 2 out of 30. And then the rebuttal was, Savinho has 2 out of 16. So Savio's better.
Yeah. Kind of like British English and American English. No, it's more like Scottish English and like English, you know? Imagine singing the Scottish anthem with a very London accent. That is the equivalent. Like, Scottish people are not going to like you for doing that. Like, I know in America... True, but that's not the point. I know in America...
I hate English passionately.
In America, this is, like, not as big of a thing, right? Because you're just a culture melting pot. But in Europe, this is, like, a very big thing. If you are Flemish, you sound Flemish. The way Flemish people speak Dutch is so vastly different from the way that Dutch people speak Dutch, and even how Holland people will speak Dutch compared to Limburg, which are 2 provinces within the Netherlands. So in Europe, this is a very big thing. And if someone with a very obvious French accent starts singing your anthem, only in French, by the way, it's in 3 languages, not just French, it just sounds wrong. It's like, come on, you're forcing it. Don't do this. In America, you probably don't care as much, but in Europe, it's like, why would you do that? You're just forcing it. Curacao, by the way, to the World Cup. I saw that.
Yeah, Curacao. I was watching that game because I was on a USA Uruguay watch along, but that game was over pretty fast. Like it was 4-0 at one point. Like Uruguay were just absolute trash. They were missing like any of their Valverde didn't play. Darwin Núñez didn't play. Like he would have helped them last night because they created some chances, but their players were just awful. But so we kind of turned it into like we were paying attention to USA, but we turned on the Jamaica Curacao game and we ended up staying late and watched the whole thing. And that was wild. That was a wild game.
Yeah,
if you want to know what CONCACAF is like, just watch that. Watch the replay of that game. That is like the most peak CONCACAF you will ever see in your life. The pitch was absolute shit. Jamaica hit the post 3 times. There was a penalty that was overturned. There was a red card. Like literally the only thing missing was fans throwing missiles from the stadium. And the CONCACAF specialty is a bag full of piss.
Yeah, I won't respond to that. Yesterday,
that is the fans from Mexico are known for that one.
Yesterday, new Benny Ligas show. Yes, big up to Michael. I was on with him for the Benny Ligas show. I'll be on with Michael again on Saturday, by the way. Not Benny Ligas show, on his second channel. Man of the match, Belgium against Liechtenstein. I'm gonna be honest with him. I really not scared. Come on,
was it Doku? Must have been.
Nah,
Kevin De Bruyne from the stands. I thought he was there.
Okay, I've got to talk about this, by the way. This has nothing to do with anything. But if you are not Belgian, and you think De Bruyne would make for a good captain, I can tell you're not Belgian if you think De Bruyne is a good captain. We've tried him as captain 2 separate occasions. Both times it was terrible. He is a terrible captain. Because the moment you make him captain, he starts being a bitch. Like, people don't, because they don't speak Dutch, right? They don't go listen to his Dutch interviews. Like, oh my god, I want to slap him when he makes those interviews. I love you, Kevin. But you're such a man-child. Yeah, you know the let me talk thing De Bruyne did. Was that 2018 or 2000? Something like that. He still is like that. Like I don't think people realize. Kevin is still very immature. I love him. As a player, he's great. But he's not captain material. And so many Man City fans are pissed off that Tielemans and Van Aken are the captains ahead of De Bruyne. De Bruyne is not a good captain. He's a disaster for a captain. So if you are not a Belgian fan, or you're not just not Belgian, and you think, why is De Bruyne not captain? Yeah, I can pretty much tell you're not Belgian. He's not captain because he's a bitch when he's captain. That's just to put it bluntly. That's also why he refused the captaincy at Man City for a long time. Remember after the 4th season, so last season, he didn't immediately become captain. He refused it for a while. Because he knows of himself, he's not captain material. Being a good player and being a good captain are 2 separate things entirely. That had nothing to do with anything, but I just had to talk about that.
Well, we had don't forget, they gaslighted us into thinking Kyle Walker was captain material.
Moving on. Words 010.
Do you think Bernardo's a better captain?
Yeah. Because he's not as whiny.
I like how he rattles everyone still, including most of our fan base.
Yeah, but Bernardo Silva actually knows what he's saying. Kyle Walker says the dumbest shit when he was captain. De Bruyne is a whining crybaby when he's captain for the Belgium, which is why I'm very happy that he's not captain anymore. Anyhow, words Ben 10 to the World Cup. Congratulations, you'll do nothing. Carlo Ancelotti is washed, isn't it? I think the Brazilian squad is showing improvements with Ancelotti. Vasco, that's go.
I didn't watch. I don't know.
Do you remember Leer Vlaams meme? I do. I speak West Flemish. My mom, my dad speak West. He's referencing a meme from Flanders. Kelkster full USA. Yes, sir. City till I die. Big up to T Creator. What are you going to do on Michael's second channel? It's going to be a Premier League show. But anyhow, this is on my channel, and we've not talked about any of our subjects so far.
We talked about HAALAND for a tiny bit. That's about it. We did the derailment segment early.
We got to get it out of our system, you know. So, Erling HAALAND is brilliant, but everyone knows that Erling HAALAND is brilliant.
Ballon d'Or. If he stays healthy, he could legitimately flirt with Messi's goal record.
I won't know about that, to be honest, because he does
He
tend
could
to...
flirt. He could flirt with it.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
could.
he could flirt with that.
If
But
Haaland stays healthy, I know he
if-
only has one more international game, or one more international break. But what was that? Messi's was club and country, or was it just club? I don't remember. But
it was 91 goals club.
yeah,
and
91.
country.
Yeah,
But
Haaland,
that's
if he
across a
stays healthy.
That's a calendar year, though. So the problem is with Haaland, he's had a poor 2025, actually. He's had a good start to the season, but the rest of 25 wasn't that good. So
Yeah,
because
that's when he was
that
injured.
record is a calendar year, he won't be able to get there. I think he needs to score like 30 goals in 10 games maybe to get that record, which would be a hat-trick a game, basically.
We're still waiting for that hat trick this season, man. Chop, chop. Come on, get to it, Haaland.
Yeah,
waiting.
we play Newcastle. Is that hat-trick time? Because their defense is a mess right now.
Yeah, it is. And Dan Burnham will be suspended, so he can't play. I think.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, Dan Byrne got a red card last game, so he's suspended for the red card. I think Botman has injury issues. I'm not sure. And then Fabian Schär, my silver Swiss fox, he's a little he's shit.
To put it bluntly,
I rep him because I have Switzerland. Every American is we have European background basically because
every American. This is the thing with Americans. Every American looks at whatever heritage they have the most of, and they think we are that nationality.
Yeah, pretty much. I identify as German. My grandmother was actually born in Germany and came over during those times.
Yeah,
I do have a family history for Switzerland that goes back to the 1600s, but.
You know what? Yeah, Switzerland is still neutral. First, they got their ass beat so bad in a war, they decided to become neutral forever. Anyhow, Nick Pope is also injured, which means they will be playing. Yeah, they'll be playing Ramsdale.
Oh boy! No, ask Strasbourg Steve about Ramsdale. He just loves the guy. Some of his nicknames, I'm like, I'm not saying that.
Oh, by the way, did you see Scotland their game? The goals they scored.
I saw those goals at the end. Wow.
Yeah, they scored 3 bangers.
I don't know why I thought they were in the last World Cup. I must be just imagining that because they're like first World Cup in 30 years. I was like, weren't they in the last one? But I guess it was the Euros.
I think they've been to every Euros since
that must be it.
2008 or something. But yeah, I can't remember them. I don't know when the last time was that they were in the World Cup.
Interesting. A lot of first-time countries, like I think Cape Verde. I don't know if that's their first time, but it's just like, whoa, Cape Verde. Nobody even knows where that is. Curacao, that's a big one. Jordan, first time for Jordan, and then Uzbekistan.
I think to be fair, the new format does help a bit with it, doesn't it?
It waters it down, yeah. Because it has like 12 more teams. No, maybe more than that. It's like 16 more. Yeah, so it's definitely becoming more watered down.
Well, I don't know. It used to be 32. Now it's how many?
48. Yeah, so it's
48.
More.
So 16 more teams.
That's crazy.
16 more teams. How many extra teams?
This is going to be a marathon. We'll just say that. Like, buckle up. We're not going to have a summer break, basically.
Yeah.
It'll be that 2-week period in between the World Cup final and the season starting. So. Yeah, we got to start hoping a Man City player. We're like, ooh, I want a Man City player to win the World Cup. And it's like, ooh, they're not going to start the season next season. They're going to need a month off at least. Because, kind of like, Rodri did with the Euros. He took time off and then he came back and got injured right away. So we don't need a repeat of that. Although I hope Spain win the World Cup. I would like Rodri to win the World Cup to complete football, Because then finally people will stop saying he's shit. They're like, oh, yeah, he's shit compared to Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets because he didn't win the World Cup. And it's like, well, he won the Ballon d'Or out of them. So, give him the Ballon d'Or and the World Cup. And then we're cooking.
Yeah, but it's the thing, yeah. Belgium kind of need that World Cup, Because KDB is going to retire.
I would not complain. I would not complain if De Bruyne had a World Cup.
I just need De Bruyne to win something with Belgium so that we can stop this Hazard is better stuff. Hazard is gone. KDB is still here. I don't give a fuck if KDB is the worst player on the pitch. If KDB wins a World Cup with us, he's better than Hazard. That's all I'm saying. And by the way, if Belgium wins the World Cup, Haaland will still get the Ballon d'Or. Because it's no Belgian Ballon d'Or contender, is there?
How about Norway makes a deep run just to confirm it? You know, what if Norway somehow made it to the quarterfinals? That would be. I don't know if they can.
That's pretty doable, I think.
They have to have a good draw because if they face somebody big, if they like face like Portugal or Spain in the first, or you know somebody like that, yeah.
But I mean, if they play well, though, you get the round of 32 now. And that's going to be against a weaker team if they play well. And the group stage is going to be easier because of all the weaker teams. So they could be in the round of 16. Then they play maybe one decent team. If they can beat decent teams, Italy is decent, and they beat them. Then they'll be into the quarterfinal already. So an easy group stage, probably an easy opponent in the round of 32.
Are we okay?
Decent opponent. That's all they have to beat to get to a quarterfinal. And if Haaland scores quite a bit in that, yeah, very good.
Or something. I thought you like disappeared on the screen for me, and I was like, what?
And let's think and hooked again.
I gotta unplug my modem basically, and I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
I should have done it this morning.
I got a haircut like Jokeris. Oh, no, that's a stinker though. World Cup, Brazil.
Oh.
Nah, Brazil ain't winning the World Cup.
Wait, speaking of Jokeris, did you see Wayne Rooney's, who's been the three best players in the Premier League this season?
What did he say?
Do you want to know who he said?
Go on.
He said Semenyo. I'm okay with that. Then he said Mbuemo. I was like, okay, that's your token United pick. And his third pick was Jokeris. I was like, what are you watching? I mean, like, how much are you getting paid by Arsenal to say that? Because I think Jokeris has been a flop. I think he's been a total bust.
Yeah. So far, it's not worth the money. If I'm not even being biased here when I say this, I think Haaland, Gonzalez.
In the whole league.
Yeah, in the whole league.
Oh.
I think Haaland and Gonzalez are up there. Honestly, I'd put O'Reilly in there as well. I think people don't get it yet. Man City's squad is so far clear of the rest of the Premier League right now. Because, yeah, I was looking in the summer at Liverpool's squad, and I thought, they've got all these signings, but their signings ain't clicking. Their signings are not what I thought they were going to be. We have, at right back, Nunez, who somehow became good. He's not the best in the Premier League, but he does for now. We have the best centre-back partnership in Diaz and Gvardiol. We have O'Reilly, who somehow became the best left-back in the Premier League. Not really any good ones in the Premier League, to be fair, but still, he's the best in the Premier League. Donnarumma, best goalkeeper in the world. Okay, maybe Courtois, but sure, maybe Courtois because I'm Belgian.
I rate Courtois very highly, so I would give it to Courtois. But
yeah,
I've been saying that for 10 years. I've been saying that for like almost 10 years now, so it's not.
Yeah,
I just rate
second
really
best
highly.
Goalkeeper in the world. Rodri, best midfielder in the world. Okay, he's gonna need some time to get back up to that level, but he'll get there. Gonzalez, who, if you look at statistics, is actually the best defensive midfielder in the league right now.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Who's back to 23-24 levels, not output-wise, but performance-wise.
Foden, I think by the end of the season, Foden is going to be the best number 8 in the league.
I agree completely. And then we've got Sherky. Sherky is the best creative player in the league. Haaland is the best striker in the league. In the world. He's the best player in the world, even. He's the Ballon d'Or winner, 26. Then left wing, Doku, sometimes good, sometimes less good. But if he keeps up the Dokudinho form, then we'll have the best left winger in the world. Because when Doku is on it, he's the best winger in the world. But the problem is he's only on it once in a blue moon. But hey,
getting more consistent, but I still think he has levels to go to be like for me to think of him as one of the best wingers in the world. But I will say he's improved dramatically this season, and he's definitely getting better as a player. So that's wonderful to see.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to be that super consistent top-level player, but I think he'll be like the 7 out of 10 player who can be the 10 out of 10 in some big games, right? I think that's what Doc is going to be. Kind of like Riyad Mahrez, actually, because I'm going to get killed for this. Riyad Mahrez was kind of overrated. Because he was always a 7 out of 10, but then he would just turn it up in some big games, like PSG, for example. So he was always like
Ramadan Mahrez.
Yeah, but Ramadan, basically. Ramadan, he went from 7 to 10. So I think Doku can be more like that, like a consistent 7 out of 10 who sometimes just hits that perfect form where he is just unplayable. Now, don't kill me.
Against Bournemouth and West Ham for some odd reason. He just destroys those two teams over and over. He's done that all 3 years that he's been at City, but this season he added Liverpool to the mix, so that was great.
Yeah, but
he destroyed them.
He was good against Bournemouth again this season. He was good against Man United as well. I think he was very good against Napoli.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't great against Dortmund, but he was solid, I think.
That was a Phil Foden show.
Yeah. Against Villarreal, he was there. He didn't really do much, I think. Against Brentford, he was okay. So...
no, he didn't play the Brentford game.
Did he not? I thought he came off the bench.
He didn't start it. He didn't start it, remember? Savinho did. I think he had an okay game.
Yeah, but he came off the bench, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did come on the bench and do pretty well.
Yeah, so against Brentford, against Arsenal, I thought he was very good. So
oh, yeah. He put Timber. Timber. Oof. Don't tell me he's the best right back in the league after he got his butt whooped by Doku went past him easily. The problem was Doku didn't do anything when he got past him.
You know what the thing is, though, yeah? Because nobody talks about this. There's no good fullbacks in the Premier League. Like, genuinely.
No.
Other than Livramento, name one very good fullback in this league. Trent is gone.
Trent is gone. Kirkez was good last season, but he's shit this season. I think Timber is still a pretty good fullback as a defensive fullback.
Yeah, but he's an okay fullback, but he's not a top fullback.
I think he's good defensively. I don't think he's good going forward.
Yeah.
So that's always the issue.
There's not really a top fullback in the Premier League, is there?
Well, the Arsenal fans are going to try to tell you Mr. Cauliflower is great. I'm like, shit.
He's a better left winger
than ugly. Left back. I'm just going to throw that out there. Sorry, ladies. Guy is super ugly. He looks like he's just not cute at all.
I don't know.
You're like, no comment. Patrick's in the chat saying you're body shaming.
Calafiori, to be fair, he's got that Italian look, doesn't he? He has that typical Italian, what you call it, like the North Italian look. But you know what it is, though, yeah? He looks like a horse.
His nose is just too narrow. It's like Chloe Kelly. His nose is just too narrow. And also his teeth are...
But if you see his side profile, his jaw is so far pushed up.
Not my type. I'll correct myself. He's just not my type.
Yeah, we will leave it at that. This is getting gay on my part.
So, Alfie, who's the hottest guy in the Premier League? That'll be the No See and I stream on True City Fan TV.
Oh God.
We'll get a gay on for that one though. It'll be No See and Jorge and I rating.
Oh God. Hottest guy in the Premier League.
And the viewership has dropped off.
Actually, it went up.
Yeah. Hey, the gays are coming in. Come on, welcome to the gays. We love
Don't tell the gay people that I have a black eye. Because the black eyes are very closely associated with the trans community. I bought it because blue is short, but it's actually very closely associated with trans people.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I bought it. I bought it because Blue Shark, but apparently it's very closely linked to trans people, which I now know. But I posted it in our Discord server, and everyone was like, "Why do you have that?" I was like, "Blue Shark," and people were like, "No, you know that's like a trans icon thing, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know that actually."
Hey, you
Anyhow,
learn something new every day.
yeah. Anyhow, let's talk about Newcastle actually, because I think against Newcastle we should actually wallop them, because I just look at Newcastle right now. Their
They're not
back
good.
four is dead. Their midfield, by the way, Tonali I like, but I think he's overrated. I like Tonali, but I think he gets so overrated.
Oh,
Bruno
I think he's
Guimaraes.
underrated. I like him.
Bruno Guimaraes I also like, but I don't think he's a sole 6. I think he's more like a Kovacic type of player rather than a like pure 6.
I think he's a good 6'8" hybrid. Yeah.
Yeah, a 6'8"
I think he's way
hybrid, but
better
he's not a
than-
pure 6.
I'm gonna piss off all the Arsenal fans in the chat. I think he's a better 6'8" than Declan Rice is.
Oh,
Way
miles
better.
cleared. Miles cleared.
He's so much better going forward. Declan Rice is shit going forward, and Arsenal fans just cannot handle that. People point
and
that
he's
out.
very good at retaining possession as well. But I feel like defensively, he's not bad defensively, but he's not like that top level defensively. And when you're a 6, mainly, I'm mainly going to rate you on that defensive and retention ability. And I feel like that is his 2 weakest points. Maybe not retention, but definitely defensive work. And if you're playing against Man City, and your 6 is going up against Foden, you're going up against Sherky, you're going up against, depends, maybe Gonzalez.
Let's be real, it's going against Bernardo Silva because we know he's starting this game.
Oh yeah, probably Silva.
We already know that. Just accept it, and your life will be a lot
It's going to be
stressful.
Silva then. But still, Foden,
Silva,
Sherky, Doku, if he's up there. So he's not going to stop the counter on his own. Okay, but you have other defenders to help there. But the centre backs are dead. On left back, they're playing a centre back because they're out of left backs. Right back, Livramento is injured. I don't know if he's still injured for this game, but he was injured for a while.
Yeah, he's definitely still. I think he was going to miss like a couple of months.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
I don't think he's going to play. This
And
is not the game to throw him
Ramsdale.
into either. Like if he was, even if he was getting better, like you don't start him against City. Like I just don't. That's a bad idea. That's a great way to get re-injured.
Yeah, I agree. And then Ramsdale in net. I like Erling Haaland. If you want a goal from the halfway line, this is the game.
Oh yeah.
Because Ramsdale, he does not pay attention. He admitted in an interview before he cannot pay attention or he cannot concentrate, he said, for the full 90 minutes. You're a pro goal. What do you
drugs
mean?
for that? What, Ritalin? Is that the name of the drug to help you focus? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's not allowed though in sports.
I think you can get exceptions though if you can prove like why you're taking it.
Yeah, I think if he gets
diagnosed, I'm not sure.
If he got diagnosed with ADHD or ADD, he could take it, but I don't believe he's got that diagnosis. So I don't think he'd be allowed to take that. But hey, maybe get the man diagnosed. Maybe he's autistic or ADHD or whatever. Get him diagnosed, and suddenly he's the best goalkeeper in England. That don't happen, guys.
Yeah, could be. He's had big moments though. Like when he was with Arsenal, I remember him like coming up really clutch, and like there was that game at Anfield. I think they got a draw in, and he just kept saving everything. So he can like get hot for a game, but I don't know if he will. Just coming in cold. Because I don't know if he's played a lot. Because I don't know when Nick Pope got injured, so I don't know how much time he's actually played. That'd be a good question for a Newcastle fan.
Yeah, but Newcastle fans have gone missing recently because they're like 15th in the league, I think. Let me check.
Yeah, they're not good. We should be beating them.
But I'll look at Newcastle's attack for the moment. They're 14th. They have Voltemade, who I rate very highly.
Yeah, he's good.
But who else do they have in that attack?
Well, I know Gordon's been shit, but they do have Anthony Gordon. He's been not good though.
But Anthony Gordon has always been an average player.
Yeah. Who else does they have? They have like, what is it? The guy with
Murphy,
the big mouth.
Joe Linton.
Murphy.
I think.
I heard Joe Linton might be injured, so he might not play.
Oh, Lewis Hall.
Oh, Lewis Hall. Yikes! We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
I mean, they have Elanga.
Oh God, Steve hates that guy.
I feel like they just don't have an attack. Like they have Voltemade, but other than that, they have nothing.
Getting him the ball is kind of a struggle too, because they kind of lack like a 10 type player, like somebody who can get the ball forward easily, like magician. You know who'd be the perfect signing for them would be Paquetá. I think he'd help a lot of their issues. I mean, obviously not defensively, but I think going forward he could like really, because like they've like the issue with Tonali, Joe Linton, and Bruno Guimaraes is they're all kind of like a 6'8". So they kind of lack like that attacking 8/10 presence. And he could fill that gap in very nice. Because they used to create a lot off the wing, but their wingers are kind of shit now. So they're
who do they play left wing when Gordon is not available? Because Gordon might not be available for this game either.
He's not? Is he injured or is he suspended?
I think he might be injured. So let me check. Because I don't think he played internationally either. I don't think
he might not have just gotten called up because he's kind of shit. That's more of a Steve question for me. I'm spacing out. I've watched a lot of Newcastle, but I don't pay attention to a lot of their players. I don't pay attention to their names.
He's not injured. He was just not called up then. Yeah, okay. I thought he might be injured because he wasn't called up, but he was just too shit. Face.
They have a lot of wing talent. They got they have Rashford and other players.
Fair. Do I feel happy for HAALAND or sad for Donnarumma? Too much sadness in this world. Fuck Donnarumma. Well, don't fuck.
I feel happy for HAALAND because we're coming for that Ballon d'Or, and we better not get robbed this time again.
We got to get that World Cup final. Where Belgium wins the final, by the way, with HAALAND. He scored 13 goals, breaks Just Fontaine's record, but falls just short in the World Cup final. But because he wins the Premier League with Man City and gets to the World Cup final, he'll win the Ballon d'Or, Modric settings, but he actually earns it.
We're gonna need France and England to flop pretty hard too, just to eliminate.
I need Belgium to play France, and I need Romeo Vermont to start that game because I don't care how many games Romeo Vermont absolutely goes. Big game, big man, bro. This guy, Anderlecht fans hate him so hard because legit, this guy will ghost all season. Klassieker. Belgian El Clasico, basically. He'll be there. He'll score a goal. He just finds a way. I love him. Needs to play against France. I hope Belgium knock out France ourselves. We'll probably get knocked out instead, but you know.
Well, I've heard the France fans are not very happy with their team right now because they don't like Didier Deschamps anymore.
Well, I think the problem is they're playing Mbappé up top. Mbappé has this weird complex with being a striker. He wants to be Thierry Henry so bad. That's the thing. He so badly wants to be Thierry Henry. But brother, you are not Henry. You are not a striker. Get off that striker spot. They should be playing a proper striker in the 9. They shouldn't play Mbappé there.
They should play Ekitike there.
Yeah, Ekitike is French, isn't he?
Yeah,
they should play Ekitike there.
He's been very underrated. I was giving him a lot of shit when he first joined Liverpool, but I think he's actually fit in really nicely with Liverpool. And then Liverpool decided to just screw him over by signing Isak for
no reason.
Yeah, I was like, Ekitike was looking really good. And then I kind of like that whole situation now because I think it's going to be toxic. And Ekitike is going to have to be the one to... You're going to get shafted, buddy, because Isak was more money. Even though you were 90 million, Isak was like, what, 150? So 130 something.
So they're going to sell their superior striker probably to Barcelona.
I don't think they'll sell him, but they're just going to bench him and make him unhappy.
Yeah, and then he's going to want to leave, and they're not going to be
let
able.
Him leave.
And it's going to be toxic, and they'll have to sell him, and Barcelona will come. They'll have to make 35 credit loans, but
well, they got that stadium opening back up, so maybe that'll bring some money in. I don't know, but they're just. Oh no, aren't Barcelona trying to buy Haaland this summer, according to Spanish media? They're like, yeah, we're buying Haaland.
They've been trying to
Haaland
buy
is dying
Haaland.
to come to Real Madrid or Barcelona this summer. I'm like, sure,
I mean, we've heard that for like 5 years straight.
We hear it every week at this point. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Big up deal. Arsenal's yearly bottle campaign begins now. Hey, it's not their best stats.
We're working on it, yeah.
I mean, you know what, yeah? It will be such an Arsenal thing to drop points to Spurs now. They're playing Spurs.
It's a tricky one.
This is such an Arsenal type of thing. At home, against Spurs. Arsenal have a lot of injuries, by the way. Gabriel, injured. Was it? I think it's Ødegaard who's still injured.
Yeah, he's still out. Yeah.
Gyökeres, I believe, is still injured. Gyökeres is still
Gabriel,
injured.
they said a month minimum for Gabriel. Could be up to 2.
But this is what I said, yeah, because everyone was talking about how good Arsenal is, and this is what I said: good defending is not sprinting back in the 90th minutes to keep a clean sheet. That is not good defending. But that's what Arsenal do. So people think they defend good because they've got that clean sheet. But what they're doing is they're playing in a way in November that you just can't play 5 games in a row. They did it anyways. They kept playing that way. Now half their squad is injured. Well, I wonder why. Probably because you're sprinting back from the halfway line in the 90th minute to make a sliding challenge, winning 3-0 to keep a clean sheet.
I think they're focusing on the wrong thing. They're doing that because they want to get that Chelsea record. They think that's more important than winning the league, is to break Chelsea's defensive record. I'm telling you, their manager's an idiot.
That's Chelsea record. It's never going to be broken.
They think that they can do it, so they're going to try.
I'm going to be honest.
And then they gave up 2 goals, so it's like, yeah, I think you're off the pace already. So
when Mourinho came into the Premier League was more defensive. Because he made it more defensive, by the way, as well. Mourinho revolutionized the Premier League the same way Arsene Wenger did and the same way Pep did. So Pep's impact has been a bit more lasting. Probably because Pep stayed longer, to be honest. But Mourinho...
Also, Pep's a way better manager.
Then Wenger, I would agree. I don't think he's that much of a better manager than Mourinho, to be honest. I think he's got better longevity. But like, if you compare prime to prime, I think they're about the same.
That's fair. I wasn't watching a lot of Prime Jose. I fully admit that.
Yeah. I think Jose as a manager is kind of underrated, to be honest. I don't think people realize just how revolutionary Jose Mourinho was, because people don't care about offensive revolutions. Jose Mourinho revolutionized the way teams defended in football. And people don't care because it's defending, and nobody cares about defending. Okay. Like, that's the thing, exactly. Though. It's like, that's why defenders don't win the Ballon d'Or very often either. Because nobody gives a fuck.
Well, we got our defensive midfielder winning it, so we'll take it. We'll take it.
Beautiful.
Only when he turned into that's when he turned into a world-class 8. It was that season.
Yeah.
The goals he scored. It's all because of the goals.
But that's the thing, though. The season where Rodri won the Ballon d'Or, it was more of an 8 than a 6, wasn't he? People don't give a fuck about defenders. I swear it now. If you are the defensive midfielder, if you are the defender, or centre back, or left back, you are probably not winning the Ballon d'Or. If you're the goalkeeper, forget it.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I think you'd have to just light it up for club and country. Like, you'd have to win the World Cup. You'd probably have to win the Champions League in the same season, and you'd have to keep clean sheets in like every big game. And then you'd
have to make like 5 big saves every big game as well.
Yeah, you know how Courtois would always play against Liverpool in a Champions League final? You'd have to do that in the semifinals. You'd have to do that in the final. You'd have to do it in all the the big games in your league season. Win the league, win the Champions League. Also do it in the World Cup. So
yeah, but
it could happen, but I doubt it ever would.
It's the thing. It's just physically impossible to play that good for that long. Like you basically have to drop 10 out of 10 performances for 6 months straight.
Yeah, and chances are you just couldn't sustain it. Yeah, because if your defense is giving him that many chances that your keeper would have to keep saving, eventually, you get hot in a game or two. Like
but that's also a good point. What if your defense is just good? What if you're having a brilliant season as a goalkeeper, but your defense plays really well in the final, and you don't have to make a single save? Okay, you had carrying your team to the final, absolute carry job to that final. Then in the final, you don't concede a single chance. No chance for Ballon d'Or.
Then the defender would win the Ballon d'Or, not the keeper.
Yeah, they'd give it to one of the defenders. But probably one of the defenders who passes well instead of actually defending.
Oh, John Stones got robbed of a Ballon d'Or.
Oh, God. Reindeer scores goals for the Netherlands and shoots on target for City. I think Reindeers, sorry.
Reindeers. Rudolph. Got Rudolph.
I think Rangers will be fine. I think Rangers is happy on the bench. Let him be on the bench, give him like 3-4 months as a bench player, and then start bringing him into the starting 11. I think that's better.
I think he's been good for us too, because I mean, he's not good defensively. That's the problem. Is he's really awful defensively. That's why Nico G's dual numbers are so high. Is because he has to clean up Tijani Rangers' messes. But no, I like what I've seen from Tijani so far, and I think he does have a place in this team. I think he's going to play a lot of minutes, and but he's still adjusting. He's still a little slow at times. I think he needs to really pick up his defense, though. Like, you have to do better. And for someone as big as he is, he's kind of soft.
Yeah,
I'm like, you gotta bowl some people over, man, or you just can't get bullied as easily as he does. Like, Foden's like half a foot shorter than him, and he's doing a better.
But Foden has a sleeper belt, though.
He's still tiny though. He's still like 5'7".
Yeah, but he's got a proper sleeper belt. By the way, 5'7" is not small.
Hey man, Stockport, they build them differently there.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at Foden, though, when he takes off his shirt, this is getting gay again, but when he takes off his shirt, he's got proper muscles, so it's just like the abs and stuff, but that's because he's got fat there as well. Because, by the way, if you can see abs, that's not because you've got muscles, that's because you have low fat. Just saying that there. He's got proper muscle, though, under that shirt. But people don't notice because he's small and he looks skinny. But that's why they call it a sleeper belt. Especially his back is very muscular.
Wow. Yeah, this is getting kind of gay.
Yeah, we should move on.
I don't look at back muscles.
But it's something
now, when Martial takes his shirt off, hey.
I thought you weren't a cougar.
No. I guess I am.
Ekitike looks better than Marmoush as a striker. Well, Ekitike as a striker and Marmoush
He is a striker, yeah. That's one thing I hope we see now. It's going to be tough with AFCON, but I really want Marmoush to get into this team. I really do. I think we need to use him before he goes to AFCON, like just to rotate Doku a little bit, because Doku has played a lot of minutes. And Doku does have a pretty extensive injury history with his hamstrings. So if you kind of gave him a little break, in the time that we know, before Marmoush goes away, because now we're like, okay, at least we have an option. If Doku does get injured, we have Marmoush, but Marmoush is going to be gone. So why not use this time to let Doku get a little bit of rest so he can be ready to go for this long stretch where there is no real backup winger.
Yeah, I mean, talking about Doku, because Rosa was putting him in Ballon d'Or shouts earlier. Being shameless.
The Doku Glazers is that's a force to be reckoned with, man. There's a couple of them. There's just a couple of really vocal ones out. Now, I'm not singling you out.
Imagine if Jeremy Doku puts in a Ronaldinho performance in the World Cup.
Oh, dude. Hey, man, if it means De Bruyne wins a World Cup, I ain't gonna say anything. I'm not opposed to this at all.
Imagine Doku
Big
wins
up
the Ballon
KDB.
d'Or. That would be so jokes.
Oh God, the Glazers would have ammunition for life. For
Bro,
life.
he could not play a single good game for the rest of his life. That Ballon d'Or would just... It would feed him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that should feed anyone, though. I mean, that's a pretty... Even though the voting's a little whack.
Yeah, it's a problem.
It's not whack when our players win it.
It's a problem I have with people when it comes to players. I see a bunch of De Bruyne fans on Twitter recently because I said De Bruyne is a shit captain. I said that. I'm Belgian. I think this guy as captain for Belgium. He's dog shit at it. I don't give a fuck he's a Man City player. He's a dog shit captain. Or was a Man City player.
Not anymore, yeah.
Yeah.
10 glorious years.
But people are so focused on these players. I don't give a fuck about Aguero. I don't give a fuck about Zabaleta, about Nasri, who's my favorite Man City player, about De Bruyne, about Haaland. I don't know them, and they don't know me, bro. I like them. I appreciate what they do, but I'm not gonna glaze these men constantly. Like, some people just form a cult around these players. Are you a fan of a player or of a cult? Like, or of a club? Like, what is this? I just see so many people nowadays just being they're just completely standing players. They don't even care about clubs. They stand players. There was an Alvarez account on Twitter back when he was at Man City. He stopped watching Man City games and Alvarez left Man City. What?
I was about to say, have you never met like Ronaldo or Messi fans? Like they're the same way.
But
Ronaldo
and Messi fans started this. I thought it would stay to just Ronaldo and Messi and then salvation. But nah, bro. These modern internet fans, yeah? Oh, I'm a De Bruyne fan. No, the fuck you're not. What do you mean you're not a De Bruyne fan? Do you have a fan club for Kevin De Bruyne?
Maybe. Those were pretty popping back in the 90s. The fan club. Oh, dude, that was legit, man.
I wasn't alive in the 90s, so that doesn't count.
You missed out, man. You missed out.
Did I miss out?
Yeah, it was a time before the internet, man. We actually went outside. We actually played with we actually knew our neighbors. We actually spoke to people in person.
Well, I had that like when I was growing up, like when I was like 6 to 12, and then when I was like starting to get into high school, I guess, secondary school over here, then that kind of started disappearing.
The simpler time in the 90s.
I'm gonna be honest though, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I did prefer my school years before mobile phones were a big thing. Because once you got into like, I got like into the later stages of like my childhood, and like the mobile phones began to take over. There was definitely less of a connection with your classmates.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I'm happy I missed that. I'm much older than you are, so
yeah.
I got my first cell phone when I was 19, and that was like 18. Was it 18 or 17? It was my like senior year of high school. Like my last year of school.
My dad did not buy a phone until he was 26, simply because he didn't need one. Like, he could have gotten one, but he didn't need one. And back then, those phones, they could do nothing but text and call.
Oh, when I had my first phone, texting wasn't even really a thing. All they did was you could make phone calls, and this is when the plans were like, my plan was for 30 minutes a month. And you had to you had to like write it down. And if you went over, they charged you hella money. But after 9 p.m. or on the weekends, it was free. So that's when you'd like call all your friends, like after 9 p.m. Or, well, actually, you couldn't really because of school. But like on the weekends, you'd be calling people. And then the legend of the game of Snake. That was the big thing on the Nokia phones. Playing Snake. There's like 4 games on there, and it was like the crappiest quality.
I remember like the earliest, I remember like Snake. On like my mom's flip phone, you know, the flip phones. My mom had a flip phone when I was like very young, so I remember playing Snake.
Those are all the rage, yeah.
Now
the best is the Nokia phones where they had like the little cases you could take off, so you could buy like multiple colored cases. I had like 10 different
I did not see that.
Oh, you're missing out, man.
Yeah,
it'll be on the History Channel.
You know what? Yeah, I just got to time travel. Got to relive my childhood in the 1980s.
I was born in the 80s, but I was born like I don't have any memory. I have two. The only memories I have of the 80s were two like traumatizing things. I miss the peak 80s though, man. I miss the colors, the perm hair and all that stuff. Like if you watch Stranger Things, I don't know if you watch that show, but I miss all that cool stuff from the 80s. I was just a little kid.
Yeah, I need to get perm hair. I'm getting up to the length. I need to get up perm.
You should get a perm, man. Or you could perm it and then you could shave it half of it and have a mullet.
Nah.
It's more the mullet is classic. Curly hair mullet. That's classic Americana right there.
Nah. Thanks.
He's like, nope, we're done with this.
Yeah, we are moving on. I love the way burdens look though. Like you know, like the flowy burdens, not the like super girdly ones, but just like if it flows and you get like a burden as you like go down. I don't know what that's called, but I love those types of burdens.
Yeah, I'm not the expert. I never got a perm in my life because my mom didn't want to pay for it, so I never got one.
Yeah. Anyhow, I'm talking about hair now. I'm really gay, aren't I?
This is the gayest stream we've ever had. We're
cooked.
talking about muscles and shirtless. We're talking about hair.
I'm fucking cooked, guys. I'm cooked. All it takes is me shaving off this beard and I'm completely cooked. And I don't like beards, it's very itchy. But my beard is actually alright for the most part, but when it gets too long, it does start getting itchy. So that's when I shave it off, when it starts getting itchy. Anyhow, Man City, right.
Yeah.
I think we beat Newcastle.
About him at all this stream.
I think we beat Newcastle.
We have to. Yeah, I think we need to. It's going to be a tough game though, because they will try because it is at St. James Park. But if we can get through that, I think the fixtures are opening up a little bit. So
if we scored early, I think we're going to destroy them.
I hope so, man.
Because we actually have a pretty good record at St. James Park as well.
And our team is clicking right now too. Like I think we found the formula. It's just kind of. For me, I'm a little sad because I would prefer Omar Marmoush to be in there, but he's just not in the team right now.
Hey,
I think we have to wait.
Playing 27 goals off the bench is something, though.
It is. What does he have? One this year? I don't even know. It's like one from the Swansea game. It's like, one thing. There's a popular talking point. A lot of people are saying that we should start Rodri in this game next to Nico, and I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think this is a good game to throw Rodri in.
Yeah, like you play him against Leeds, not against Newcastle.
Yeah, I would start if Rodri. I would just start Rodri as the solo 6 in that game. I wouldn't even play. I'd give Nico I wouldn't even play Nico, or maybe you could try Nico and Rodri in that game. I don't know because that's up to Eddie too. Give Bernardo a rest or something. But I feel like the formula right now
because if you have to look ahead, who do we play in Champions League? Is it Madrid first or Leverkusen first?
Leverkusen.
So we play Leverkusen in the Champions League.
They're not good, so we should beat them. And we're at home. We should easily beat them.
So Nico is going to play against Newcastle. Then he's going to play against Leverkusen. Then you've got Craven Cottage. I know Fulham is shit right now, but it's Craven Cottage. That's
still a tough game, yeah.
And then you've got Sunderland. I feel like the only opportunity. Then you've got Real Madrid. Then you've got Palace away. I feel like
Palace away is going to be a really tough game too.
I feel like the only game where we can rest Nico is Leeds. So we should.
Yeah, because you just have to keep playing. I think you have to just keep starting him right now because Rodri's been injured, and even before the injury, he hasn't proven his fitness yet consistently. So I would just be delicate with him because I think you're going to need Rodri in the second half of the season. So try to just keep incorporating him.
I agree.
Keep trying to play him, bring him in 20, 30 minutes, maybe he can start that Brentford game, the cup game. I'm not sure that maybe that's a terrible one. I'm not sure, but but just keep trying him in some of these games. Not starting them, but except for the Leeds game, I would start him in the Leeds game. This is so weird to say this about Rodri. What are we doing here?
It's not weird.
It's just the reality of the situation, though.
It's not weird though because he's got to build back up to that level. An ACL is a big injury. Van Dijk needed a whole season and a half to build back up to his old form. And he was the best defender
But
in the
Van
world
Dijk
when he got that
didn't.
injury.
I don't remember Van Dijk getting little injuries like this though. Like Rodri's already like he had the World Cup injury, the Club World Cup injury. That was the first red flag. And then I guess after Pep played in 3 games in a row into a week, what was it? Arsenal, Napoli, and the other game that was a big, I forget, the United game, when everybody was crying out saying play Nico G in the Napoli game, and he played Rodri instead. Then Rodri said he had knee pain, so that's red flag number 2. And then he just didn't learn our lesson. And then 10 minutes into the Brentford game, we haven't seen him since. So I guess we saw. Did he come off the bench before the break? I don't remember.
Yeah,
but yeah, so like you really can't. I just think you can't fuck this up.
After Van Dijk's injury, his ACL injury, he had 3 small injuries in the span of 4 months. But then he didn't have another injury.
We're kind of already there with Rodri, yeah. We're kind of there in the same time frame.
Yeah, but then he did not have another
July,
injury.
August.
So
did Van Dijk miss as because Rodri's been out for like 6 weeks from this hamstring problem? So is he? Did Van Dijk ever miss that much time?
Van Dijk missed about 4 weeks.
I think he did.
Van Dijk missed like 4 weeks from minor injuries.
It's just hard because a lot of these games that we're listing off, I'm just like, these are not games you want to like rehab somebody in, or to start them at least. Like, there's just the Leeds game. It's like
Brentford in the cup, or you can play him against Brentford in the cup and rest him against West Ham in the league.
Okay, good. West Ham coming up. That's one of our gimme games. Like they're shit, man. They're so bad. So we should be easily destroying them.
Yeah,
I just kind of hope by January I hope when Rodri finds some form of fitness.
Yeah, and by the
time I said,
in the
second half of the season, we are going to need him.
I agree, and by the time we play West Ham,
Gonzalez has been.
Yeah, but by the time we play West Ham and then Sean Dyche FC, we're already at January at that point.
Oh God, I forgot West Ham have a new manager now. Oh dear. Because Nuno always seems to do well against Pep. And by then he'll have his team like coached into defense. Oh no.
Yeah, but
we also didn't get to play Forest.
This West Ham team is not
it, Forest.
This West Ham team is not it though. It's a dead West Ham team.
It is. Jared Bowen though. We all want Jared Bowen.
Yeah, my internet is kind of dying right now. I don't know why. 1 second.
It happens. Well, I gotta start work. I gotta start work soon anyway, so we can always cut.
Yeah, we can just round up. My internet is taking the piss, so we can round up.
Sounds
Big
good.
up as always for coming on, Kelkster.